everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm very excited because I'm here with a special guest, Kerin, and Tim is a successful businessman. He wrote a book, 10 Lessons Learned How to Build a Successful Business. He also a great friend and my surrogate dad, and I can explain it later. So Tim, I think we know each other for about 11 years, right?
Oh, about 11, 12 years. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, time flies.
Oh God, yeah.
Jesus, wow, it's another day. So we met actually through BNI. I don't know if you have heard about BNI. It's a business network international. So, do you remember how we met and how we became good friends?
Oh, yes. Keula visited my group. I belonged to a group for a long time, and she came to visit, and she was a little bit green with learning how to network and learning how to say elevator pitch. Also, with her little accent there, it was sometimes hard to understand her.
You think?
So we had to not even practice just the elevator pitch, but pronunciation lessons too. But besides that, I took her under my wing as an experienced business owner. And helped her develop more of her business. And I even took her to some events. We had a lot of fun events. We had a lot of good stories with that.
We did.
And that because we're a vendor for the Washington Redskins, we have a suite at FedEx Field for the games, and we're invited to a lot of events. And one time I took her to a VIP practice, and she was asked to sit in on the stage and interview some players. And one of the players years ago was Santana Moss, the wide receiver for the Redskins. And after the interview, she's sitting up on the stage on TV. And after the interview, she came to me and says, "Who's Santana Moss?"
Right, I did.
And then I tried a second time. I should have learned my lessons after the first time, but I took her to a Redskin game in our suite. And we're getting out of the car, and she pulls out a People magazine book. She's bringing a book. She's bringing a book to a football game, and she says, "I don't understand the game."
I know, right? And he said, "You're going to embarrass me. Why are you bringing a magazine to the game?" And I said, "Okay."
But we had a lot of fun. But those are some of the fun stories on how we met.
Yes, that was fun. Yeah. You know, and you actually created a great impact to my business in my life, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Tim. So I just finished read again, your book, right? Because this book is just so great. It just I lost the count, how many times I read your book. And because it's such a great resource, right? It's a book that you got to keep in your car, you got to keep next to your bed. So it's amazing. And actually, I can relate to so many topics that you mentioned here in your book. So Tim, can you share here with us, how many challenges that you face it with your business, you and Tracy face with your business?
Yeah, Tracy is my wife. She's my business partner. We've been in business for 29 years together. And when we were starting our businesses back in the late 80s, again, there was no internet. There was no nothing. And you had to do a lot of research by going to the local county library and that. So we struggled a lot learning a business. I mean, we said, "Oh, what fun it is to start a business." But then we struggled. We didn't understand running a business. We understand an idea of a concept of doing a business. So it was a big struggle. We started out cleaning homes, her and I together. And then in D.C., and we had a lot of fun. We used to clean at a big condo complex with senators and congress people. We had some good customers.
Wow.
And then we decided to branch and buy a commercial cleaning franchise. And when we did, we instantly put our house up for collateral and went for it 100%. But we fell flat on our face several times. I mean, at one point it was really shocking. We couldn't make payroll. So one night sitting at home, I was talking to Tracy, and I said, "We don't have money for payroll." So she had to take off her engagement ring and sell it.
I was very impressed when I read that in your book. I say, you know what? As a business owner, I can relate, with a lot of the things that you mentioned in your book, and I see a lot of people out there that they have a small business as well. And of course, when you decided just to open your business for the first time, that is all the excitement, right?
Yeah.
You be your own boss, have your own time, manage your own time, all that. But there is a lot of things that comes, as well, and sometimes we don't expect because we don't plan ahead.
Right.
So that's what I like a lot. Just reading your book, because it learned you have to plan in order just to succeed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was very difficult. But then, as we grew, we learned. We learned it, and you take a one step at a time. And we just went through each challenge. We just took it as a learning lesson. And one thing we did with our challenges is we looked in the mirror and looked at ourselves and said, what did we do wrong and how can we correct it? We didn't blame anybody. We did not blame anybody else. We just looked at us and says, it's our fault. We're in this situation, and so how are we going to correct it?
Be accountable, right? Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. And actually, if you set that example, like, all the employees will do the same thing, right? Because if something happened in your company, if you're not accountable for, you're the owner, better be accountable. So then the employees say, well, it was my fault, but she is taking the responsibility in front of the client, and then they are also going to feel the same way, too.
Yeah.
You mentioned in your book, Jim, that the reason for your success is because you focus on the opportunities and being different. You see, he's my mentor. You focus on the opportunities, and being different.
Yeah.
So can you explain that?
One thing I learned, and this was something that I tell everybody, is that when I was back in high school, back in, way back when they didn't have diagnosed things, I had a processing problem, and I had ADHD. That's what entrepreneurs are, is ADHD.
I think I have that.
So I was different then, and I was embarrassed by being different. I was put in different classes because I was a little bit slow with processing and that. And back then, you wanted to be the norm and that. But I learned growing up in business, boy, you really want to be different and you really want to stand out. So that was my basis of saying, you know what, you do want to be different, you want to be unique, and you want to be stand out about your competition.
Absolutely. Because pretty much I think right now, everybody offer the same service, right? And you have to stand out, in the crowd, just about being different and take advantage of the opportunities. And I think that's amazing advice.
So we always look at opportunities. If there's an opportunity that we can do that makes us stand out, being a vendor for the Washington Redskins, we're in a very competitive market here in the Washington, D.C. area. You know what the Redskins are? Were they football?
I know now because you taught me.
Yeah, Americana football. And that, so
you create a monster, by the way, because now I love football.
Good.
Now, yeah,
that's
they
good
do.
there.
Yeah.
So being a vendor for the Washington Redskins, it sets us apart. We're in a very competitive market, and to say you're one of 4 cleaning companies or 4 construction companies that is a vendor for the Redskins really starts to separate you from the competition. So that's what we try to focus on. Looking at opportunities and being different is a key.
That's great. Thank you for the advice, Tim. So I know that you are very busy, businessman.
Almost as busy.
Oh, right. Huh. So because I do follow you on Facebook, so I do on social media, so I know that you travel, you're always doing something different. But just tell us, what's new in your world, what's going on?
Good. Well, I own a commercial cleaning company, a commercial construction company. And then I branched into executive roundtables. I run CEO roundtable groups once a month. That's a lot of fun, a lot of energy, and a lot of learning experiences from there. And then there's a program that the SBA teaches that I'm the facilitator for the Washington, D.C. area. It's a national program, and I've been doing it for 4 years. It's teaching 20 CEOs how to grow their business over the next 3 years. So I really enjoy that. And then we decided to venture out of the country and be an international entrepreneur, trying to take after my girl here. And that we didn't go as far as Brazil, though, but we went to Central America. Went to Central America, and we have an investment property, a rental property in Costa Rica, a luxury villa.
It's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
You gotta come.
Oh my gosh. I was yesterday actually at the website, and those pictures are amazing. I'm gonna just put some pictures here so you guys can see as well.
And so we launched the rental business down there, and then we're launching a property management business down there. So we're like Keula, we're an international entrepreneur.
International entrepreneur.
Hey, she said it.
Got it. We've been practicing since the beginning. So, but do you have time to sleep after all that?
Oh yeah. I'm really excited. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah. So, Jim, it's very impressive. As I was reading your book, and I noticed that you and Tracy been having business for 29 years. You've been married for about 35 years, and please, I was just like, how he can do all that, and tell me your secret, because it's hard enough to handle the relationship as a couple, right? And how you can handle the relationship as the marriage relationship, and also working together, being partner for all those years.
Well, one thing we did is, as our struggles, every time we had a struggle, again, as I said, we solved it together. And so the secret is that that made us stronger as a couple, we feel. We feel that type of struggles, business struggles, when you're facing bankruptcy or selling an engagement ring. By the way, I made a deal with her. Every 10 years she gets an upgrade, so you could do the math.
That's a deal. Oh my gosh.
So, but we learned that it really strengthened our marriage. It really strengthened our marriage, and we looked at things a lot differently. But the big thing is, our secret is common goals. You really have to have the common goals to really be set in stone and say, this is what we're going to do together, and we're going to go at it 100% no matter what.
Yeah, and you guys, I can see you guys balance each other, because I know them, for 11 years now. So they balance each other not only as a couple, but also as a business too, because Jim is the face of the business, like the one to be in front of the client all the time. But Tracy, she's one of a kind.
Oh yeah, she's a tell it like it is person.
She is. She's a straightforward person. Doesn't matter who you are, she's gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So she doesn't hold anything back.
Yeah.
But she's amazing,
Yeah. And you got to say how we became close by the surrogate dad.
Oh yes, we forgot about that, right? I got so excited. Yeah. So actually, well, I met my husband right at the time, and I was in BNI. I was very close to Jim, and we decided to get married right away. My husband and my whole family was in Brazil, because as I told you in my last video, my husband and I, we met, got married just in 6 months. So my family could not come. So I could not think about somebody else just to walk me to the island. So I came to Jim, and I was not sure if he wants to do that for me. And then I said, Jim, listen, can you walk to the island for me? Can you be my surrogate dad, for my wedding day? And then, I was so pleased when he told me that he could do that. And then, he walked me to the island. It was a beautiful day, right?
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. She talked to me when we were at BNI, and when I came home, I talked to Tracy, and she says, how was BNI today, your networking group? And I says, well, I got an interesting story I got to tell you. I said, I'm walking this girl down the aisle, and she says, what? She says, you're not marrying her. I says, no, I'm already married. But I says, no, I said, I'm going to be a surrogate dad. But it was an honor. It was a real honor to do that.
It was an honor for me, Jim.
This was fun.
He had 2 boys, so it was a good way you could walk, because you don't have a daughter to walk her, so it was great.
You're my surrogate daughter.
Yeah. So Jim, it's just so nice to catch up with you. We have to do that more often, okay?
No magazines at the football game.
Yes, no magazines, but we gotta get together, we gotta catch up. You're just so amazing. I have learned so much with you. I'm so thankful. Thank you for being here, for taking the time. I do know how busy you are. I know we make jokes that you tell me that I'm busy, but I know you're busier than I am. But I really appreciate you taking the time just to be here.
Thank you, my surrogate.
Yeah, thank you. Give me a hug. So, and if you like this video, please make sure just to give us thumbs up, okay, and subscribe to the channel, and leave comments down below and let me know what you want to see next in our videos, okay? And also I'm gonna leave information down below about how you can contact him and about his book as well. And so I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.
Ciao, everybody.
I think it came out pretty good, don't you think? Jim, I think it came out pretty good. There are those things, and it just like what I did with Scott, I used this camera and it came out really good. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm very excited because I'm here with a very special guest, Kerin. And Jim is entrepreneur.
Yeah, and author.
Author.
Or just say he wrote a book.
Yeah. Okay, and author.
Author. Just say wrote a book.
Oh my gosh.